Ready, start. There is no motive alleged on the accused, nor can there be found any premeditation of the accused. Full stop. It was the scooterist accompanied by four others, one of whom was the deceased, who chased the offending vehicle. Full stop. The offending vehicle and its occupants having been identified, it was the five who confronted them and accused them of having dashed down the scooter and not having even the courtesy to help the fallen scooterist. Full stop. Pausing here, we have to clearly notice that the father of the deceased and the scooterist who had been hit, both spoke of the number of the offending vehicle having been taken by them. Full stop. Despite this, they did not think it fit to approach the police and took law into their own hands, while pursuing the offending vehicle which was involved in a hit and run and confronting its occupants. Full stop. Definitely, it was in the course of such altercation that the blow was inflicted on the head of the accused, resulting in an injury which caused his death. Full stop. As we observed, there is no premeditation, and it was the deceased and the persons along with him who chased and confronted the accused. Full stop. It was a group of five persons who confronted the three occupants of the vehicle involved in the hit and run. Full stop. The altercation was spoken of, but the witnesses of the prosecution only spoke of heated arguments. Full stop. It was in the course of such altercation that the first accused, who is the appellant herein, picked up an iron rod and hit the deceased. Full stop. There cannot be any intention to cause death alleged, but there is definitely an intention to cause bodily injury which resulted in the death. Full stop. We say this, since the assailants, including the deceased, were not armed, and in the midst of a wordy altercation, the accused took out an iron rod and hit one of the assailants on the head, a vital part of the body. Full stop. Hence, culpability under section 299 of the IPC, though attracted, it does not result in a finding under section 300, since it falls under exception 1. Full stop. The one blow inflicted on the head of the deceased resulted in his death, that too after 5 days, which overt act was without any premeditation and was occasioned in an altercation where the group comprising the deceased were the aggressors and the offender. Appellant herein could be said to have acted under sudden provocation, thus being deprived of the power of self-control. Full stop. Necessarily, the offence has to be found to be one under section 304 of the IPC, being culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Full stop. However, under part first of section 304 of the IPC, since the bodily injury deliberately inflicted was likely to cause death, and in such circumstance, the conviction has to be modified to be under section 304 part first. Full stop. In the totality of the circumstances based on the evidence led, we are of the considered opinion that the sentence has to be of 7 years rigorous imprisonment. Full stop.